Breaking news on your Tuesday morning. Superstorm Sandy lives up to its name as it hits the Northeast. At least 50 homes in Queens, New York are destroyed due to this 4-alarm blaze. Streets are flooded from New Jersey to Connecticut. 5 million people without power right now, waiting for sunrise to assess the damage. Good morning. I'm Jenny Evans. Sandy slammed on shore around 7 o'clock last night with 80-mile-an-hour winds. The storm is being blamed for at least 11 deaths this morning and possibly more. NBC's Danielle Lee has the very latest.
Across the Northeast, violent waves toppled over seawalls, threatening coastal communities. Sandy sent a record 13-foot storm surge into New York City, flooding tunnels, subways, and streets.
This is a once-in-a-long-time storm. The surge is very high.
At Langone Medical Center, a blowing generator forced emergency evacuations. In Atlantic City, New Jersey, floodwaters destroyed a portion of the world-famous boardwalk. The National Guard rescued at least 24 people trapped in a shelter that lost power.
I just think it should have been a little well thought out a little earlier in the day.
To anyone else still on the barrier islands, Governor Chris Christie offered little hope.
This is now your responsibility. If you're still able to hear me, we need you to hunker down and get to the highest point possible.
This superstorm wreaked havoc from Connecticut to New York, stretching out more than 700 miles. Strong winds at times over 80 miles an hour tore down trees and power lines. At least 2 homes in Connecticut were destroyed by fire. Floods prevented firefighters from saving them. And in Queens, another fire damaged more than 50 homes. Several people have died because of Sandy, and millions have no power. Across the nation, more than 12,000 flights have been canceled. And this storm that could impact 60 million people isn't finished yet. In Cape May, New Jersey, I'm Danielle Lee, NBC News.
Well, early estimates put the damage somewhere between $10 to $20 billion, making this storm one of the costliest in U.S. history. And Sandy is also leaving her mark on Wisconsin. High winds and crashing waves from the storm could make things dicey on Lake Michigan today. Overnight, waves have reached anywhere from 14 to 18 feet. For the latest on this weather alert, let's turn things over to meteorologist Brian Isnansky.
Yeah, Jenny, it's amazing with this large storm here that we're right on the outer fringes of things. Now, we're certainly not going to see anything that the East Coast is seeing, but we will have some gusty winds, especially right along the lakeshore. That's where we find ourselves with a wind advisory going into effect for today. That's where we could have winds gusting up to around 50 miles per hour. Elsewhere, maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour. Right now, the current wind gusts in the 20s and 30s along the lakeshore. 36 the current wind gusts in Sturgeon Bay, but we'll look for that to pick up as well. Now, along with the winds, also some clouds from Sandy, and we'll look for a slight chance of a rain or snow shower through the day today. So again, temperatures on the cool side, lots of wind, much more on that coming up.
Well, if you're trying to leave Wisconsin for the East Coast this morning, good luck. Flights to and from the coast are canceled, jeopardizing connecting flights for many travelers at Austin Straubel Airport in Ashwaubenon. FlightAware.com reports more than 13,000 canceled flights across the country due to Sandy. And this morning, volunteers from the Regional Red Cross will head to the East Coast with their emergency response vehicle. Another 17 volunteers are on standby and could head to the hardest hit areas in the next 24 hours. And Governor Scott Walker has the Wisconsin National Guard ready to head east to help after the storm. There are more than 61,000 troops nationwide on notice. The Wisconsin National Guard helped relief efforts after Hurricane Katrina in 2005. And Sandy has trumped campaigning for the presidential candidates. President Obama and Mitt Romney both canceled campaign stops in Wisconsin. The president was supposed to be in Green Bay today. Instead, Bill Clinton will make a campaign stop in Wisconsin this week, and Ann Romney will be in Green Bay this morning collecting donations for a hurricane relief drive.